question. How many of you guys fuck with the kendama? Because this thing, countless hours of fun. Fucking great toy for ADHDers. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Daddy Goose from Crystal Black Gaming. If you guys are from Crystal Black Gaming, decided to come on over and check out my solo music reaction channel. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel today. Or if you guys from the web, you saw to click on this fucking fucking nailed it. Probably blow out the mic. That's alright. Hopefully I didn't though, because that note was sick. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's episode. Or if you guys subscribe, part of the 2.78 thousand subscribers. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video, because today we are back with Ren, and considering this is almost a 6-minute video, I'm assuming this is going to be one of my longer videos on the channel. It's pretty rare we do a triple reaction, but I believe this is a trilogy, and when there's trilogies, I tend to just do all three because it feels cursed to do 2 separate episodes just because there's 3 of them. So we're doing the trilogy today. Money Game 1, 2, and 3. Really excited. You guys have wanted this for quite some time, so I'm here to do it. It's been a little while since we've done some Ren. Pretty excited. We've got to learn a lot about Ren, both in the comments and just from watching the songs and reacting to those. We've come to know his sound better, his style, his backstory. I'm really excited to listen to Money Game today, and I'm still waiting on that perfect Ren song that I'm just gonna fall in love with. We haven't heard any necessarily bad songs yet, but we haven't heard any songs that I've just been really connected to, that I'm like, this is the one, I need to listen to this all the time kind of thing. So today, hopefully is the day. But with that being said, let's move on to it very quickly, because like I said, this is probably going to be a long video today. So let's get it. Ren, Money Game, Part 1.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A pull chain to your shoes, I'm pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we'd like to point the blame.
Sorry, bad pause, I know, but man, his voice when he starts singing, I've never said this on the channel. I'm going to say it now, and I think it's a really good time, because it's exactly what I'm thinking of. His singing voice is so soulful. You know, it's full of soul. You can just feel it. It's his vocals. I love his singing voice. It's the right raspiness. It's just so, it's smooth and raspy. Don't even know how you can pull that off. But I really like his singing voice. There's something about it. Very crisp sound. Let's keep going.
It's easy to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
I need to start longboarding to Ren. I feel like that would be a vibe. So chill.
Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate, when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we make the same mistakes all again. Demonize a...
This Ren is literally another bad pause, but I have to say it, or else if I think of something and I don't say it when I'm watching the video, I'm not joking. My brain is so fucking loud. If I don't say it, I can't even focus on the music video anymore. Let me know if you guys are like that too, because once I get a thought in my head, it just it smogs over the video, and then I can't hear it. But what I was gonna say is, Ren is just not like any other rapper or artist I've ever heard. He's just, his flow is so different. I feel like his topics, I mean, there's some people that rap about serious topics, yes, but this is like a different like level almost, and more like relatable in a way. I mean, it's like, I shouldn't say, I'm not trying to say other rappers can't be relatable, but he just does it in a different way that seems like extra relatable, if that makes sense. Like I said, I'm not saying other people aren't relatable. There's lots of relatable artists out there and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know what to say to make what I'm saying clearer. Hopefully you guys just understand where I'm going with that. But yeah, it's just so different. And let's keep going.
Whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
What's happening?
This old money game.
Give us some eyes. You guys will have to let me know if this is another one take, because the way it's filmed, it seems like it was another one take, which is wild. Super talented. Damn, Ren's kind of jacked. Got some shoulders on him. Not gonna lie, this hurts the ears a little bit. Gonna turn it down. That shit actually looked like gas. It didn't even look like water. Money game, Ren. One thing I'm very happy about with the first video or song for today's trilogy, I don't know if this song really made it click for me with Ren, but this one clicked in a way of like, just so vibey. Like, just his style and the slower pace and just like the nice guitar riff. Like, I really pictured myself longboarding to this. Like, turning my brain off, just putting this in the background as sound, and just going. And I really like that vibe. Like, even like if you go to the gym and you're not really wanting to do a super hard workout and you just want to just, like I said, turn your brain off and just show up, do some honest work, and just have this as your music in the background. I really like that sound, and that finally clicked for me here. And I don't know if that's what you guys get from Ren. It's just a nice, just soothing sound, but that is really what I got from this today. What I was also thinking, I saved it for the end, and I don't know if you guys are going to agree with this. I think it's kind of a funny comparison. He's like, I shouldn't make this a comparison, but I'm already in this deep. I'm going to say it. He's like the Dr. Seuss for adults. Does that make sense? I don't know. You agree with me or you don't. But he's the Dr. Seuss for adults. That's just how it is. Pretty funny when you think about it. 0 out of 100. Here's the one thing though. I like that. I like this in the sense of I like the feeling it could give me on a very chill day, even just cruising and you just want to settle down kind of thing. But I still haven't had that Ren song that's in the 80s for me. There's something just not quite there for me. I'm not saying he's bad. I've liked all of his stuff. There's just nothing that's been like, holy shit, I love this song. I need it every day in my life kind of thing. So with that being said, I think I'm putting this once again in the 70s, in that low to mid range, in a super respectful way, of course. And I think I'm going to put this at 72, maybe 71, somewhere in there. It just, like I said, I've never not liked Ren, but I've never not thought it's above and beyond for my taste either. It just has its time and place. And for that reason, I just can't put this one in the 80s. So it's going to be in that low 70 mark. Still a good song, and he's super talented. The fact that that was probably a one take is insane. But there's just, for me personally, there's nothing crazy to put him up higher than that for me. And I know a lot of you will have him in the 80s. A lot of the Renegades are big fan. And I totally understand where you guys are coming from. But just for me personally, it's just not quite in that 80s for me yet. And I'm hoping I do. I really hope I find that song. We still got 2 more songs in today's reaction, so maybe we find something here today. But with that being said, let's move on to Money Game Part 2. I'm assuming it's called. I have no idea. But let's move on to that. Okay, Money Game Part 2. Now, I'm hoping this is the only video. I've done this a lot on the channel, apparently, where I can't find the actual music video, and I end up clicking the lyric video. But I couldn't find a music video. We got an official lyric video, so hopefully I got the right one. Either way, we got Money Game Part 2, so hopefully that's good. With that being said, let's fucking get right onto it. A lot shorter of a song, about half of the length. Let's see what it's like. Money Game Part 2. Should I turn the CC on too? With the lyrics? I like this beat a lot. This is good.
Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins, but without the point of blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame.
Okay, I gotta start. I know you guys have commented a lot of songs about Ren and using his singing voice. I gotta do those reactions next, because, oh my god, his voice is so good. Please leave the comments down below again for his songs that he sings in, because it is so good. So good. Keep going.
Good point, the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole
God damn.
Money is a game and the ladder we climb turns a saint into a sinner with this fingering crime. I'll break it down for you motherfuckers line by line. This is business economics in a nursery rhyme. She sells seashells on a sea.
I'm telling you. Dr. Seuss for adults. I'm telling you. I nailed it on the head. Sorry if you guys disagree, because I fucking nailed it on the head.
Sure, but the value of these shells will fall due to the laws of supply and demand. No one wants to buy shells because there's loads on the sand. Step one, must create a sense of scarcity. Shells will sell much better if the people think they're rare, you see. Bear with me, take as many shells as you can find and hide them on an island. Stockpile them high until they're rarer than a diamond. Step two, gotta make the people
Fucking
think that they
mouthful.
want them. Really want them, really fucking want them. Hit them like Bronson. Influencers, product placement, featured primetime entertainment. If you haven't got a shell, then you're just a fucking waste, man. 3, it's monopoly. Invest inside some property. Start a corporation, make a logo, do it properly. Shells must sell, that will be your new philosophy. Swallow all your morals, they're a poor man's quality. 4, expand, expand, expand. Clear forest, make land, fresh blood on hands. 5, why just shells? Why limit yourself? She sells seashells, sell oil as well. 6, guns, sell stock, sell diamonds, sell rock, sell water to a fish, sell the time to a clock. 7, press on the gas, take your foot off the brakes, then run to be the president of the United States. 8, big smile, make big wave, that's great. Now the truth is overrated, tell lies out the gate. 9, polarize the people, controversy is the game. It don't matter if they hate you, if they all say your name. 10, the world is yours. Step out on the stage to a round of applause. You're a liar, cheat, a devil, a whore, and you sell seashells on the seashore. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
Got a little bit of reggae. Without it being reggae. Sounds good. Very good.
This all.
All right, Money Game Part 2. I will say this. I like this one a lot more than the first one. Very good. A lot more singing as well. And usually in rap, obviously you just don't care if they're singing at all because you're listening to rap. But Ren, his voice, man, there's something about it, dude. It's very good. The beat was also really good. Another very chill song. Not too much to say. However, stay tuned for the end. When I say end, I mean the outro and recap. Because I'm going to talk about the vibe and what's the real word I'm looking for? Not the vibe. Not the story. Not like the direction. It's the subject of what he's singing about. You guys know what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to talk about what he's singing about in the outro and recap. Stay tuned for that because I've got some things to say about it, but I'm going to save it for the end. But overall, with that being said, I'm going to put this at not much higher, but I did like it better. I'm going to say a 74 with this one. Like I said, I like the beat. The singing voice is great. I think I'm going to plop that as 74. And it does go along with, like, the 74 is included in the overall... what the fuck word am I thinking of? Thank you guys for subscribing because, wow, I can't think of words sometimes. The subject of matter, I guess, is what I'm thinking of. That does come in play with my grading here, but I'm going to save that for the end, so make sure you guys check out the outro and recap. But with that being said, we got one more song. Let's get it. Holy shit, I did not realize this is a 9-minute song. This is going to be a long video today. Hopefully the Renegades got my back on this one and watching the whole thing, because this is a honking video. I remember when I first started my channel, I said I'd like to keep videos under 10 to 20 minutes. That hasn't been true since. I haven't put out a video under 20 minutes, and I don't know how long. It's been a long time. So this is going to be a long video today. Hopefully you guys are down with that. So let's get on to it. I'm going to try not to pause throughout this. I guess if there's a moment I got to pause, I'm going to pause. But let's get it. Money Game Part 3. Let's finish up the trilogy. Very talented, blind. I'm focusing on not turning my head with the screen. I feel like there's going to be a lot of storyline and less song in this one. That note right there.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then a lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race, you're just a servant to the king.
Holy fuck, it's been 4 minutes already. That felt like that didn't exist. I just stared at a screen for 4 minutes. Felt like 2 minutes went by. Not even. This topic, man. Topic. Was that the word I was looking for earlier? I don't know, but sounds good now. The topic of this, man, it's just... It's hard. I gotta say it now before, like, the outro recap. And I might get hate for this. I might not get hate for this. I have no idea. I'm actually interested a lot on these 3 songs, because they're very different than the other Ren songs I've listened to in the sense of the topic. I'm very interested on how many people, because this song is highly recommended, or this trilogy. I'm very interested how many people genuinely listen to this song, like go out of their way and listen to the Money trilogy. And I don't mean that in like a, like, what am I trying to say here? It's such a weird, specific topic that, like, I feel like I can't, like, I enjoy his voice and his lyricism, and, what am I trying to say? The beat's good, like I said earlier, it's a great vibe, so I'm giving these songs 70s, like, don't get me wrong, they're my true rating, but when it comes down to it, like, I don't know how people are going out of their way to listen to these because of the topic. Like, it's almost bringing me down in a way. Like, I don't really like thinking about money at all. Like, it's kind of like a sad topic in a way. Like, there's just no winning. It's right, like, you're broke and then it fucking sucks, or you're rich and it still fucking sucks because you've just based it. There's just no winning. I don't like thinking about money, and this guy's literally singing about money, and it's almost hitting too true. It's too real. And like I said, I don't mind rapping or singing about topics that are true and relatable, but this shit's like, it's too close to home, man, and it's sad to listen to. And maybe that's a shitty thing to say, you know, as a reactor side of thing. I mean, I just say it how it is on this channel, but it's hitting too real, and it's very weird, and it feels like it shouldn't be a song, but it's talked about, and I don't like the topic. I like avoiding the topic. I don't even like thinking about it on my day-to-day life. I try to just ignore it as a whole, but you can't sometimes, and it sucks. And it's a very weird topic. Let me know if you agree with me. It's just, I would find it very hard for me to listen outside of a reaction because it's just such a weird thing. Anyways, let's keep going. I hope I didn't just fucking kill the entire vibe. Let's keep rolling.
Not even in second place. 31 a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32 moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33 filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34 turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Very theatrical as well, this style, I'm realizing now.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack, I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion. Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
Kind of reminds me of the rap version of Ice Nine Kills, how it's very theatrical. Obviously very different genres, but...
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41 he wasn't walking, 42 not walking quickly, 43 never running round the pavements of his city, 44 inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Cut the music.
He's walking again.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy. Community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
Once again, still wild if this is done in one take. It's crazy. I don't know what he's gonna do here, but he's got a gun. We're on YouTube. If you don't want to watch whatever's gonna happen, recommend turning it off. Now, obviously, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm gonna watch anyway. Your discretion is potentially advised.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise. "45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Well, that was a dark ending. Jesus. All right, that was Money Game Part 3. Wow, that was a lot. That was song-wise probably my least favorite in the sense of re-listenability. It's just such a way too serious topic. And like I said, I think I've said this before, I don't mind if you talk about serious topics, but this was like I just don't like it. Unless I'm really curious on this one. How many people are listening to this song over and over? Like, is this someone's favorite song out there? And I'm not being disrespectful. I'm being like, I can't picture people. I'm more curious than anything. I can't picture people going out there. I gotta listen to Money Game Part 3 tonight. I love this song. It's like, for me, this was not even a song. It was like a ballad. It's like a TED Talk gone rap in a way, if that makes sense. And I get Ren's style, but this one was, it was, man, too real. With that being said, I'm putting this at like a 60, 62 maybe. It's just not my thing. It's not my thing. I'll probably talk about more in the outro and recap. So let's move on to that. All right, Ren, Money Game Trilogy. That was not what I was expecting from today from Ren. The first two songs were good, like beat-wise. The second one was really good. His singing voice was great. Even the first one had a very chill vibe. I could picture myself longboarding. The third one was not even close. It's just, Ren is coming out with some topics that, like, in lack of better terms, it's like almost depressing. And like, I don't want to say, like, I love reacting to music for you guys. I love putting out content for you guys. It's why I do the channel. I love discovering new music. I love, going down rabbit holes of certain artists and bands. It's really fun. And I love expanding my music knowledge. It's really, really good. The amount of new artists you guys have recommended me, I've never even heard before, that I now listen to a day-to-day basis, is fantastic. I love building a community with you guys. I love putting out content that you guys enjoy watching that makes your days quote unquote better. I love doing all of it, but stuff like that, like, it's not that I don't want to post this reaction today, but it's just such, like, for me, it's hard to post this one today, because it is such a serious topic that, like, I feel like when I feel this way, I still want you guys to enjoy my content, and I feel like the way I reacted today, like that last song, it was almost depressing to listen to in like a weird way. And it puts me in a very awkward situation because I want to put out good and entertaining content for you guys. And I don't know if that was the reaction I was supposed to give today, was supposed to give that vibe, but like, that's how I feel about today's video. And I don't want you guys to feel that way. So it puts me in a very weird spot. And like, I don't also, like, that second one kind of had a little bit of politics in it. I don't really care to talk about or, you know, involve myself in that either. And maybe that's a red flag. I don't know. But just the whole topic of today's, like, songs, I don't like at all, really. So very, very weird. Like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to rap, and, you know, it's important stuff. But for me personally, I just would rather try to ignore all of it and not, you know, talk about it at all, which is probably bad in its own ways, but that's just the way I do things. So maybe you guys agree. However, leave a comment down below if you guys listen to these songs on a daily basis. Which one's your favorite? I know the second one is definitely my favorite. I might listen to it again just because the beat was good. His singing voice is really, really good. Speaking of that, I really want to listen to Ren just on a singing song, not even a rap, and not his metal song or his metal band he's got going on. I will come to that eventually, but I want to listen to a song with just him singing because his voice is really good, and I think that's going to be my connecting moment for sure with Ren because his voice is phenomenal, and it's like reggae, but not quite reggae. But yeah, very weird vibes today, and I apologize. This is not a typical reaction for me today, and I hope you guys can understand that in the sense of what we just listened to prompted that from me today. So hopefully we, you know, understand that. With that being said, I hope to see you guys in the comments. What a long video today. I'm assuming this one's going to be. So if you guys watch the whole thing, thank you guys so much. On top of that, if you guys have made it this far in the entire video, you know what time it is. Secret outro word of the day. So when I say this word, you can comment it down below. It just goes to show me you guys watched all the way up to this point, which I really appreciate, especially with a long video like this one today. It's because it's going to be over a 30-minute. Absolutely wild. It's probably going to be like this Doom one, fucking 40 minutes. Secret outro word of the day. Let's do the word tiger. You comment the word tiger, and I'll know you're a real one for watching today's episode. I feel like I should make an apology for this one because it's not the way I usually come about reactions today, but it is what it is. I guess that's how I reacted today. So I guess that's what you get. We get it raw here. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for the support. I really appreciate it, and have a good night, everybody. Daddy Goose out.